Now let's take a look into another problem, how we compare two numbers using Python. And the assignment was the following. Write a program that takes two numbers as input from user. Your program should print the larger of the two numbers. So it's a reasonably short problem. And let's take a look once again through step by step. Understand the problem. So here it's stated. So I need to write a program taking two inputs from user and then compare and print the larger of two. Identify the input and output. So basically here I wrote what I need to do. The next step, it's a little bit mixture of the following steps already. It's a kind of plan or pseudocode. So I am describing what I am planning to do. So I need one input from user as an input, another number as an input from user. Then I need to compare two numbers and print the result. So basically, I will be able to use those steps as my future comments. When I gave my problem to Chat GPT, I obtain this result. If I will run, for sure, it will work, but is this the best solution? Is this, can we consider this as a valid solution? Yes, but imagine if you apply for a job and this would be your first assignment. If you we understand that many people will use Chat GPT, and your assignment basically will be exactly as of other people. So you need to give your personal touch and understand what exactly is going on and what you can improve here. And I will try to give you some ideas for the improvement and analysis. Perfect. So here already we can see that Chat GPT helped us to catch a specific case that was not mentioned in the requirements. So this is a good catch and very useful and important. So we need to think about the situations that user will try to trick us or our program and give us equal numbers. So it would be nice to inform users that I got it. Yeah, I understand that you are giving me two equal numbers. So this is very important. And after I asked several questions, I added additional, I gave additional requirements to ChatGPT. Here is my improved solution. I will not say final solution because I think that final solution will depend on the final goal of your program. But at least you can see an improved solution. So what was done here? You can see that I'm asking independently to validate an input from user for the first number, independently for the second number. I do not need to limit the user with negative or positive numbers. It's okay for me to, because comparison will work anyway. And then I will print something different for the special case when the first number is equal to second number. And I will not do the same print statement for the first number and separately for the second. I will use from the beginning a max function to choose which one will be printed, but this part of the string will stay without any change. So, and I would like to tell you that this max function was another solution from Chat GPT during my brainstorming process. So if for some reason I was not aware of existence of the max function in Python, it was the good moment or the good opportunity to discover this function and be ready to use it in the future. Perfect. So let's see how I came from this to this. Basically, I like to talk to ChatGPT as I would talk to a real person. So I said that problem seems to be reasonably straightforward, but I would like to ask, like, let's say you are having a more difficult problem at your work, and you want to discuss your ideas with a senior developer, asking about some limitations or special cases that you would need to address somehow during your working on your solution. So I'm doing something similar without taking time of my co-workers. So basically, I'm asking ChatGPT to help me. Maybe I'm missing something. So yes, I describe my problem and ask to give me a solution. So later I can read through all the step-by-step that ChatGPT is giving me as ideas, how I need to proceed. And I have the first attempt or first idea or structure to think about, to evaluate if this structure will cover everything, or if I understand each line of this code. If I understand, so it should inspire me to write my own code. Well, for now, I'm copy pasting because it's for learning purposes. But you need to be aware, and you are responsible for each line of code that you are bringing to your final product. So you shouldn't be using anything that you don't understand. You can bring it to your notebook to try and to understand what's behind, what's going on under the hood in each solution, and to improve your knowledge. But please do not use the structures that you don't understand, or go ahead and ask as many questions as you need to be okay with the solutions that ChatGPT can offer you. Now, here, you need to think about what would be the final solution if you are creating, let's say, an application for children from the primary school, so you wouldn't bother yourself with floats, and you would limit your input with integer, let's say. It's like an example how you could adapt. Now I understand that ChatGPT is when it's working on the solutions or helping you, it's evaluating different sources of information, and not always it will use the best one. So sometimes you can ask to check or evaluate, as we did in the previous example with bank account, evaluate the code that you gave me. And The evaluation, the result of this evaluation was described here. And basically, the verdict is well formatted, easy to read, correctly handles cases, so high chances that our code is reasonably good. There is nothing, maybe there are some special cases, but overall it's a reasonably good quality. But me personally, I don't like this kind of names. It's not that easy to read through. I would prefer something similar to plain English, that would be easy and more understandable way of reading. So I asked ChatGPT to use more descriptive names for variables, and I asked ChatGPT to add comments to each line. So during my learning process, I would need to, maybe it depends on your level for sure, but I would like to understand each line, what's going on and why we are creating each line. So we can see that ChatGPT offered us better naming for variables, so we are able to read almost as a plain English now. There is a description of what was done. And now the thing that I don't like, that I need to scroll to be able to read. Scroll here, scroll there. And this is one of the reasons that Python suggests a line length limit. And I'm saying, what's going on? Please reduce your line lengths to the maximum that Python recommends us. Yes, and ChatGPT was okay with my what I asked to it, sorry, but anyway, it was ignored. So yes, there are some issues still with communication. It seems that ChatGPT does not understand or doesn't change what the code as we are asking, but yes, so there is a process. Now, another improvement that is important to bring to the initial code is to validate each input number independently. Why it's important? Because let's say the person, our user, had a good and acceptable input for the first number, and then there was a mistake or it mistyped the second one. So it wouldn't be nice to ask to retype all the numbers once again, because when there are only two numbers, it's acceptable, I would say. But if there are 5 numbers or something, and then you do a mistake in the last one, and then you need to redo everything, it's a not very good user experience. So we need to think always about our final user and what would be the experience of using our program. Okay, so yes, and ChatGPT accepted my requirement and improved the code here. And there is a description of what was done. Still, I thought that I saw that it was using some abbreviations, and I don't like abbreviations. I would like to read really as a plain English. So I'm asking to improve naming for variables once again. And then there is a thing that, well, it should start triggering you. If there is something that you see repeated you need to think about how to avoid any repetition. So basically I can see is larger, is here, is larger once again here, and we do the verification here and there. So it should be some solution that would use a condition to choose which one, which number to type here by itself without repeating two print statements with is larger part of the string. So this is something that triggers me, and it should start trigger you as well. And I am saying, is it possible to simplify or unify this? So I am asking Chat GPT for solutions, and the solution was to use max function here. So basically here we have already our solution. So if the first number is equal to second number, we print this, and if this is not the case, we print the result of larger number and the comment here. Basically, nothing prevents us of using this part directly here. So for our use case, we don't need to create a new variable and to store this variable. Basically, we can just copy from here and paste this function directly to our print statement. So it was already simplified. Yes. And that's it for this problem. I was discussing some other small things. They are not important for this assignment, and those are additional details. So yes, so that's how we arrived to this improved solution. Basically, what I said, I deleted the line creating the larger number variable, and I introduced, I was using the function max function directly here to print into the print statement. Thank you.